The Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and the Google Pixel are two of the best smartphones you can buy right now if a great camera is what you're after. In fact, the cameras from both phones have received very high ratings in DXOMark, which is the industry standard for benchmarking cameras and lenses. However, the recent introduction of the U11, HTC's flagship for 2017, beats the S8 Plus and the Google Pixel, ranking the highest in DXOMarks ratings. Naturally, it's time to see how well this translates into real-world performance, and what better way to do this than a camera shootout. Before we begin, let's quickly go some of the main specifications of the cameras. All the smartphones have roughly the same sensor size of 12 megapixels. The S8 Plus and the U11 have optical image stabilization, whereas the Pixel relies on electronic stabilization. All smartphones also have decently wide apertures too for low light photography. The U11 has the highest resolution front camera, but the S8 Plus does have the widest aperture, which should help it gain an edge in low light selfies. In our first landscape test in daylight, we checked to see how the phones handle HDR, color accuracy, level of detail and white balance. All cameras captured very good detail and none have any glaring issues like chromatic aberration. However, the image from the U11 really stands out here thanks to the accurate white balance and pleasing color tone. We are also able to easily distinguish between the different shades of green in the trees in the background. The Google Pixel comes in at a close second with equally good detail and accurate colors. The color temperature is a bit on the warmer side here, and objects that appear towards the side of the frame aren't the clearest. The Galaxy S8 Plus exhibits better highlights and shadow areas are more legible, but the picture has a very warm tone to it and greens are a bit overblown, thus making various shades of the trees appear as one. In our first macro shot, we check to see how the sensors handle high contrasting colors and also smoothness of the bokeh. The HTC U11 manages to nudge past the others with accurate white balance and punchy colors without going overboard. The reds are a tad brighter than they should be, but this does add a good dynamic to the image. The image produced by the Pixel dials down the colors a bit, which gives it a more natural look. Level of detail and bokeh is also very good. The S8 Plus once again boosts the colors a bit too much, especially the greens, although it does manage to maintain good level of detail. In the second scene, the image shot by the U11 really stands out once again, thanks to the accurate white balance, light metering, and very good detail on our subject. The Google Pixel manages good detail too, but the color temperature is leaning towards the cooler side. The S8 Plus manages a highly detailed shot too, but warmer color temperature and the exaggerated greens isn't the most accurate depiction of the scene. In our low light tests, we check to see how the cameras handle noise levels and which one manages the best details. The Galaxy S8 Plus really flexes its muscles here with the clearest and sharpest image. There's no visible noise in the image and you can easily make out the finer details like the leaves in the tree below the street lamp. The U11 comes in at second place here with a slightly brighter image, but there is some visible noise in the night sky just behind the street lamp. The Pixel has the brightest image of the lot, which shows you more details in the shadow regions. However, this boost in brightness also introduces visible noise in the dark regions. Plus, objects like the parked cars in the front aren't very sharp. The U11 fares a bit better in low light close-up shots as it strikes a good balance between details and noise levels. Even in very dim lighting, the minor scratches on the table are clearly visible with good detail. The Galaxy S8 Plus has the least amount of noise, but the details are smoothened out a bit too much, which doesn't really look too natural. The colors are also a bit muted here and details on surrounding objects aren't very clear. The Pixel produces better colors, but there's a fair bit of noise in the dark portions of the image. Plus, despite multiple attempts, we couldn't get a very sharp image of our subject in focus. The front camera of the Pixel works its magic once more, producing sharp and vivid images in daylight. Level of detail and colors is superb on our subject as well as the background. Even at night, it does a great job with colors and white balance. The S8 comes in at second place in terms of detail and colors in daylight. At night, selfies lose out on a detail a bit and colors aren't too accurate. We weren't terribly impressed with the front camera of the U11 as despite having the highest resolution, images turned out a bit soft. At night, it once again manages good color accuracy and good details, but it's still nowhere close to what the Pixel can offer. In our 4K video test, we compared the stabilization, focus speed and details captured. The HTC U11 may not have the best stabilization, but it does a great job with metering and white balance. Detail level is also excellent and focus shifting is quick when you pan around. The Google Pixel is masterful with stabilization, but the shift in white balance can feel a bit abrupt at times when you're panning around. The shimmering effect of electronic stabilization has reduced since our previous tests, which is good. The stabilization of the S8 Plus has a bit of a wobbly feeling, which is noticeable at the side of the frame. Colors are also a bit boosted here in daylight, which doesn't look very natural. At night, the U11 has the most stable and clear footage among the three phones. There is noise in the footage, but the colors are fairly accurate to the scene at hand. The S8 Plus stabilization is very good and noise is kept in check. However, it still has a strange ghosting effect when you move about that we saw in our previous tests too. Color temperature is once again a bit on the warmer side. 4K footage from the Pixel is a complete mess as there's tons of color noise and the shimmer effect due to stabilization is greatly exaggerated. The one area where the HTC U11 trumps the others is getting the white balance right pretty much every single time. It's great at landscapes and close-ups in nearly any lighting condition, delivering excellent detail and vivid images. It's also very good at 4K videos, both in daylight and at night. The S8 Plus still rules the roost in low-light landscapes, and there's still no beating the Pixel at selfies.
For the full review of all these smartphones, head on to the links in the description below. And thanks for watching, and for all things tech, keep it locked on to Gadgets360.com.